According to the EU, even though its activities neither legitimize the electoral processes nor validate the election results, its team would observe and assess the legal framework and its implementation, campaign activities of candidates and political parties.
What are these expectations and how far has INEC gone in fulfilling this?
Arena said this is the sixth time the European Union was sending observations to monitor elections and that its observations and recommendations are usually contained in its reports after the elections.
Democracy for Europe is really something really important, not only in Nigeria. We are doing this observation mission not only here in Nigeria, we have had a lot of observation mission in Africa, in Asia, in Latin America, because we have values and we want to share these values. And if we are there first, it's because Nigeria asked us to come here. We are invited by the Nigerian authorities, and we are really proud to be invited by the Nigerian authority for the sixth time. It is also because Nigerian authority think that they can share these values with us. So we have the same values and we are working on these values together.
Also speaking on the complaints by former President Olusegun Obasanjo about the capacity of the Independent National Electoral Commission to conduct a free and fair election, Arena said such accusations are not unexpected in a political atmosphere.
In the spirit of cooperation with Nigeria, we stand really to deliver an impartial, objective assessment of the electoral process. If I have two key final messages, they are these two, and they are really important. First, transparency and accountability of all institutions involved in the electoral are absolutely essential for public trust and confidence in the electoral process.
In her contribution, the Deputy Chief Observer, Hannah Roberts, said part of the mandate of the mission is to consider the improvements recorded in the area of inclusivity.
On this, as we've only just arrived and we're finding out information, importantly through our observers on the ground. As the Chief Observer mentioned, we have 20 teams of long-term observers who will be going around the country, so we need to see what's happening in practice as well as what's happening in theory. As you rightly said, the participation of persons with disability is something that's important to the EU and to us as observers, particularly with the commitments that there are under the Convention on the Rights of Persons with Disability. So we look to see specifically at what INEC and others are doing to really promote accessible, easy participation for people with a range of disabilities. We had a recommendation on this in 2015 and we'll be following up this time. Thank you.
After the elections, the EU mission said it will issue a preliminary statement, a more comprehensive final report, including recommendations to improve future elections.